Denver is changing, like the rest of our Colorado, with tons of growth and development and even more to come.
But are developers doing enough to deal with the traffic their projects create? Contact 7 investigator Jennifer Kovaleski explains how city leaders are looking now at a zoning change to better manage this growth.
Arriving soon to booming Denver.
11, 12, 13, 14.
More than 14 planned developments.
We know that Denver, the secret's out on Denver. Everybody wants to move here.
From I-70 to Brighton Blvd to the Old Gates rubber plant on South Broadway.
And this isn't the entirety of them.
We're talking over 500 acres of land.
All scheduled to go vertical.
Adding more people and more cars to Denver's already jam-packed roads.
Crossing over Broadway, Santa Fe, using Mississippi or Alameda is a nightmare now, and it's only going to get worse.
Denver City Councilwoman Debbie Ortega says it's time to hit the brakes, sounding off in this letter, calling it irresponsible to continue to approve massive rezoning without a hard look at the overall impacts.
Some of us on council are talking about making some changes to the zoning code.
She wants to change what developers have to bring to the table.
An applicant once told me that they were told they don't have to give city council any details on the project.
You'd think a developer would have to do a traffic study before adding hundreds of units on a one-way street, or bring a rendering of the project and a general idea of the number of parking spaces.
Under the form-based zoning, we get none of that.
Ortega is now looking at a zoning change to give council a clearer idea of a project.
There's no area of the city that has this volume of expected density development coming in.
Here's a big number. South Broadway saw a 358% increase in density just over the last year, with even more planned at Broadway and Mississippi.
It's a bottleneck now, and I'll just make it worse.
Neighbor Scott Bolt says it's time for a zoning change to make sure Denver's boom doesn't outgrow its infrastructure.
If we're not thoughtful and intentional, we have the potential to lose what is great about Denver.
In Denver, Jennifer Kovaleski, Denver 7.
And Ortega says the ordinance change is still in the very early stages, but she wants to bring attention to the magnitude of what is proposed and how it could change Denver.